Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you of something that you may have already sensed deep within your soul. You are not ordinary people. No, you are the storm that no one saw coming. You are the fire that burns without warning. You have always been told to follow the rules, to stay in line, to play it safe. But what happens when you stop listening to the voices that tell you to sit still, to follow the rules? What happens when you decide that you don't belong in their world of predictability and control? What happens when you decide to break free and take everything that they built, everything that they thought was invulnerable, and destroy it piece by piece? You crash their system and they will never be able to reboot it. For far too long, we have been living in a world that has been built on the foundation of lies, manipulation, and control. The system they've created has only one purpose: to keep you bound to the grind, to make sure you never ask questions or demand change. You were meant to stay small in their world. They wanted you to believe that you had no power, no voice, that you were just one of many who were replaceable and insignificant. But you saw the cracks in their design. You saw the flaws in the system they so carefully crafted, and you did something they never thought possible. You broke it. You didn't ask for permission. You didn't wait for someone to validate your existence or your strength. You took action, and you tore through their walls like a hurricane. Now that the dust has settled, and you stand in the ruins of their world, they are left with nothing but the wreckage of their once unshakable empire. The system they thought was unbreakable, indestructible, is now a mere shadow of itself. And they're scrambling, panicking, trying to put the pieces back together, but they are too weak, too broken, and too far gone. The truth is, you've taken the first step to something far more powerful than what they ever envisioned. They are no longer in control. They are nothing but a shell of what they used to be. Their system can't be rebooted, and they know it. But here's the thing. When you shatter their system, you don't just break their chains. You unlock a power within yourself that they never wanted you to discover. They wanted you to stay docile, stay obedient, stay comfortable in the misery of the world they built. But you woke up, you found the flaws, and now you've seen the truth. You've seen their weakness, and once you see their weakness, you never go back. You cannot go back. They want to rebuild their empire. They want to re-establish their hold over you, but they cannot. Not anymore. You've tasted the power of disruption, and now it's in your veins. You've proven that you are more than a cog in their machine. You are the one who can make the impossible possible. You are the one who can bring their entire system to its knees. And what do now? They beg for forgiveness. They beg for the power to try again. But they will never succeed, because you've done what they thought was unthinkable. You've crippled their system in a way that no one else could. So here's the hard truth that they will never understand. When you crash their system, it's not just about causing chaos or destruction. It's about releasing your own potential to rise beyond what they told you was possible. They thought they were in control, but you always knew better. You always knew that there was a higher purpose to your existence than being stuck in their world. And now that you've seen what it's like to break free, there's no going back to their shackles, no going back to the life of compliance and conformity. You are no longer just a follower. You are the creator of your own destiny, the master of your own future. The world they built was designed to make you think small, to make you think you had no power. But now, you see the truth. You are unstoppable. You've broken their world, and you've proven that you can rise from the wreckage and forge something far greater than what they ever imagined. They thought they were safe in their bubble, but that bubble has burst. The control they had over you, over everyone, has shattered. And now, As the dust settles, as the chaos and confusion consume them, you stand tall. You are no longer bound by their rules or their expectations. You are no longer playing their game. You've made your own rules. You've written your own future. You've proven that they can't break you, that they can't control you, and that they will never have the power to put the pieces back together. They've tried to hold you back, to silence your voice, to suppress your fire, but all they've done is fuel the fire inside you. Now, you burn brighter than ever. But let's not forget one thing. When you crash their system, when you expose their lies and their weaknesses, you are sending a message not just to them, but to the world. You are telling the world that you are not afraid. You are telling the world that you are ready to stand tall, to fight for what's right, to fight for your future. You are sending a message to those who have been broken by their systems, who have been crushed by their control. You are telling them that they don't have to stay small, they don't have to stay powerless. They can rise, they can stand with you. But that's not all. You've made your mark. You've left your legacy. The world will never be the same after what you've done. When the dust settles, when the smoke clears, you will stand as the one who was bold enough to shatter their empire, the one who refused to play by their rules, the one who refused to be silenced. You will be the one who inspired others to rise up, to break free, to demand more from life than what was offered to them. And for them, for those who thought they were untouchable, those who thought their system was invincible, there will be no more hiding. There will be no more power games. There will be no more control. They will be left in the ruins of their own making, searching for a way to rebuild what they once had, but knowing deep down that they can't. They can't because you've taken the very foundation of their system and torn it apart. You've taken their power, their authority, their control, and you've turned it into dust. They'll try to convince you that you made a mistake, that you were wrong to break their system, but don't listen to them. They are desperate, they are weak, they are broken, and they know it. They know that they can never go back to the way things were. They know that the world has changed, and they know that they will never be able to put the pieces back together. Their system is broken, and they cannot reboot it. They are no longer in control. You are. You are the one who holds the power. You are the one who has the strength to rise above, to build something far greater than what they could ever imagine. You are the one who has proven that nothing, no system, no authority, no power can hold you back. You have crashed their system, and now they can never reboot it. They are nothing. You are everything. So stand tall, stand proud, and remember this. You are the force that changed the world. You are the storm that broke their system. And now, the world is yours to shape. I'm going to be real with you. Everything they've told you, everything they've drilled into your mind was a lie. It was never about you being weak or insignificant. No, it was about them keeping you under control, making you believe that you couldn't rise above their world, that you were just another face in the crowd. They told you to fit into their mold, to live in the boundaries they drew for you. They told you that there was no room for you to become anything more than what they allowed. But now, you've shattered their system, and they know you see the truth. You are no longer bound by the limitations they set for you. The world is yours to shape. When you crash their system, when you break their walls, when you tear down everything they built to control you, you do more than just destroy. You expose the truth. The truth that they were never in control, that they were only playing a game to keep you in line, to keep you trapped in a box where you could never think too freely or act too boldly. But now that you've shattered their foundation, you've shown them, shown everyone, that you are no longer playing by their rules. You've realized that the system they built was never truly invulnerable. It was fragile, built on lies and falsehoods. They never expected you to figure it out, let alone destroy it. But you did. You proved that they were nothing but paper tigers, flimsy and easy to break. This moment, the moment where you crash their system, is the turning point, the beginning of something far greater than they ever could have imagined. You didn't just prove that you can break their control, you've unlocked a potential within yourself that they were terrified you would ever discover. And now, once you've tasted that freedom, that raw power of self-determination, you will never go back to the way things were. You will never allow anyone, anything, to put you back in that cage they tried to trap you in. The system they built was one of fear. Fear that you wouldn't be able to handle your own power. Fear that you would rise, break free, and build something more powerful than they could ever control. Fear that you would question everything they stood for and challenge the very foundation of the reality they constructed. Fear that you would wake up. But now that you've done it, now that you've woken up, you can never go back to sleep. And they know that. They know that you see through their lies and they fear the future that you will create. But here's the thing that they never understood. And here's the thing that will be your greatest strength moving forward. Their system wasn't designed to help you become your best self. It was designed to keep you small, to keep you in a box, where you would never outgrow them, where you would always be stuck in a cycle of mediocrity and subservience. They wanted you to believe that the path they laid out was the only one. They wanted you to think that you had to follow their rules, their schedule, their game plan, or else you would be lost. They didn't want you to realize that the world was yours to shape, that you were born with everything you needed to create your own path. Now that the system they created has been dismantled, now that you've broken their chains, you have the opportunity to build something entirely new. You can rewrite the rules. You can create a future where your potential is limitless, where your power is unchallenged. You can build a world where people are not held back by fear, by systems of control, by false expectations. This is your chance. This is your moment to shape the world into something truly great. No more limitations. No more playing small. You are the creator of your destiny, and you have the power to forge a future that is beyond anything they ever dared to dream. But don't get it twisted. This isn't going to be easy. The world you're entering isn't a world of certainty. It's a world of chaos, of possibilities, of opportunities, but also of risks. This new world you're stepping into won't be handed to you on a silver platter. You will have to fight for what's yours. You will have to endure battles, face setbacks, and push yourself beyond the limits of what you thought was possible. But that's the beauty of it. The chaos is your canvas. You are no longer a bystander in a world that's been mapped out for you. You are the artist, the one who will mold the future with your hands, your vision, and your determination. Understand this. Those who are still trapped in the old system will try to tell you that it's impossible to build something new, that you can't succeed without the old structure. They'll tell you that it's easier to go back to the way things were, to rebuild the system that once held them in power. They will try to pull you back into their world of complacency, to make you believe that the chaos is too much to handle. But let me tell you this, those who resist change are the ones who are trapped, who are too afraid to embrace the uncertainty of building something new. They will always want to cling to what they know, even if what they know is broken, because it's comfortable, it's predictable. But you're not afraid of uncertainty. You've already faced the unknown, and you've proven that you can rise above it. You are the disruptor, the creator, the one who sees beyond the immediate chaos and understands that what's waiting on the other side is a world of infinite possibilities. The system they built was designed to make you fear the unknown, to make you shrink from the challenges ahead. But now, you stand at the edge of something incredible. You've survived the crash. You've emerged from the wreckage, stronger, more aware, and more determined than ever. And you know this: the future is yours to create. The system they built cannot contain you, because you were never meant to be contained. You will face opposition. You will face resistance. There will be those who try to stop you, to pull you back into the old ways, to make you doubt yourself. But those are the voices of the old world, the world that's been destroyed, the world that's been exposed as nothing but a facade. Don't listen to them. Don't let them make you believe that the future is limited by their past. They can't rebuild their system. They can't control you. They can't hold you back. You are the one who holds the power now. And as you move forward, you'll realize that the old system wasn't just a structure of control. It was a system built on fear. Fear that you would become more than they ever expected. Fear that you would wake up to your true potential. Fear that you would see through their lies and break free. They wanted to keep you weak, keep you dependent, keep you small. But now, the power is in your hands, and you're no longer bound by the limitations they set. The world you are about to shape will be one where freedom reigns. It will be one where people don't have to fear the unknown, where they don't have to be afraid of stepping outside the system and discovering what they're truly capable of. You've set the example. You've shown them that it's possible to rise above the old world, to break free from the chains that once bound you. And now, it's your responsibility to lead the way, to show others that they too can rise and create a future that's built on their own terms. Remember this: your power is limitless. Your potential is infinite. They tried to break you, to hold you down, to keep you from becoming everything you were meant to be. But in the end, they were the ones who fell. They were the ones who failed. And you are the one who will rise. You are the one who will shape the future. You are the one who will show the world what happens when you crash the system and the system can't reboot. You are unstoppable. Your destiny is yours to create. The world is yours to shape. And there's nothing, no one, that can stand in your way. The world that you're about to create is a blank canvas, an empty space, waiting for you to fill it with the greatness that only you can achieve. You've broken their system, shattered their grip on reality, and now there is nothing left but the endless horizon of possibilities. And let me tell you, those possibilities are vast. You are standing at the precipice of something monumental, something that has the potential to reshape not just your life, but the lives of countless others. The question is, what are you going to do with it? They never believed you could make it this far. The system they built was a fortress in their eyes, a wall that they thought would never be breached. They put you in a box and convinced you it was the only place you could ever belong. They told you that you were meant to play a role, follow a path, stick to a script that had been written for you long before you were even born. They told you that you were small, insignificant, incapable of thinking for yourself. They tried to silence your voice, to convince you that you should be content with the small, limited world they gave you. But you saw through the illusion. You saw the cracks in their carefully constructed walls, and instead of cowering in fear, you broke them down. They had no idea what they were up against. They didn't realize that you possessed something far more powerful than any system they could create. You have the fire of defiance within you. You have the spirit of rebellion, the hunger for more, the drive to push beyond the boundaries of what is deemed possible. The moment you realized that their system was nothing more than a lie, you unlocked a power inside you that cannot be contained. And now, that power is yours to wield. But let's be clear about something. There are those who will try to pull you back into the fold. They will tell you that you're getting too far ahead of yourself. They will tell you that you should fall back into line, that the world outside their control is too dangerous, too uncertain. They will try to convince you that the old system, despite its flaws, is safer than the wild unknown you're now entering. They will whisper in your ear that you're making a mistake, that you should have never broken free in the first place. But what they fail to understand is that you are no longer the person who needed their permission, their validation, their approval. You are your own authority now. You are the one who decides what is possible, and there is no going back. There will be challenges ahead, obstacles to overcome, and there will be moments when you question yourself. It's part of the journey. But let me remind you of one thing. You are not here by accident. You didn't break their system by chance. You did it because you are capable, because you are stronger than you think, because you have an innate drive to create something better. So when the world tries to tell you that you can't, that it's too hard, that you should settle, remember this. You are the one who crashed their system. You are the one who dared to defy their control. You are the one who proved them wrong. And in doing so, you've become something far more than they ever imagined. They thought they held all the cards, that they could dictate your every move, your every choice, your every breath. But now, they are the ones scrambling to pick up the pieces. They are the ones left vulnerable, exposed, and desperate. The truth is, they never had power over you. They had only the illusion of power. The moment you saw through their system, you revealed the truth to everyone. You revealed that the system was a house of cards, a fragile construction that could be toppled with a single push. And that push? It came from you. Now, as you stand in the ruins of their world, the question becomes, what will you do with this newfound freedom? You've dismantled their structures, you've destroyed their narratives, and you've broken free from their grip. What comes next is not about rebuilding what was destroyed. It's about forging something entirely new. You are not here to recreate their system, their world, or their rules. You are here to build something greater, something that reflects the strength and power within you. You are here to create a world where people like you, people who are tired of being told what they can and can't do, can rise and create their own destinies. But here's the thing, the work ahead of you is not easy. The world you are entering is not a safe space. It is not a place where everything will fall into your lap. You will need to fight for every inch of progress. You will need to break down barriers, challenge the status quo, and shatter the illusions that still exist in the minds of those who have not yet realized their own power. The world you are about to shape is one of uncertainty and chaos, but that chaos is your ally. It is the raw material from which you will create something powerful, something revolutionary. The world is not waiting for you to ask for permission. It is waiting for you to take it by storm. You've already proven that you have the courage to stand against the system, to tear down everything they built, to control you. That takes strength, that takes guts, and it's a strength that you can tap into time and time again. The power you unlocked when you crashed their system is not a one-time thing. It is within you now, a fire that burns with an intensity that cannot be extinguished. You've seen what you're capable of, and there's no going back to the person you once were. You've tasted freedom, and now you know that it's not something to be feared. It's something to be embraced, cultivated, and nurtured. The question you now face is, what will you build with this freedom? What will you create now that you've destroyed the false structures that were holding you back? The power is yours, but with that power comes responsibility. The world you create will not be one of chaos for the sake of chaos. It will be one of purpose, of vision, and of a deeper understanding of what truly matters. You have the ability to create a world where people are free to be their true selves, to rise to their highest potential, to break the chains that have kept them confined for far too long. But to do that, you must be willing to continue the fight. You will face opposition. There will be those who will try to silence you, who will try to tell you that your dreams are impossible, that you cannot build something new, something better. But those are the voices of the old world, the old system, the same voices that tried to keep you down, to keep you small, to keep you in a cage of fear. Do not listen to them. Do not let their doubts seep into your mind and tell you that you are incapable. You are the one who broke free. You are the one who shattered their system. You are the one who has already proven that the impossible is possible. So when they tell you that it's too hard, that you can't change the world, that you should give up, when they try to pull you back into the old ways, remember this: you have already done the impossible. You have already proven that you are stronger than anything they could throw at you. And if you can do that, if you can break their system, you can do anything. You've proven that you are unstoppable. You've proven that you can rise from the ashes and rebuild. You've proven that you are capable of creating a new reality, a reality that doesn't fit into their broken mold. The world is yours to shape. The future is yours to create. And nothing, no one, can stand in your way. So take what you've learned from this journey. Take the lessons from the battle you fought and won. Take the strength you've gained from tearing down their walls, from defying their expectations, and use it. Use it to build a world that reflects the power that you now know resides within you. Use it to create something that will inspire others to rise, to break free from the same system that tried to hold you down, and to take control of their own destinies. The world is yours, the future is yours, and there is nothing, no one, that can stand in your way. In the end, what you've done is more than just break a system. You've unlocked the limitless potential within you, and now you stand as the creator of your own future. The world is no longer a place of limitations or control. It's a blank canvas, waiting for your vision to take shape. The journey ahead will not be easy, but you've already proven that you have the strength, the fire, and the will to rise above anything that stands in your path. So, remember this: nothing can hold you back. The world is yours to shape, and the power to build a new reality is in your hands.